available. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton and Farmer City. Yes, we have 2025 Silverados with extra savings as well as a few other models now. See our 2026 Silverados in regular cabs, double cabs, and crew cabs in gas or diesel. We also have a good selection of the all-new redesigned Chevrolet Traverse. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. See all our inventory at BaumChevyBuick.com right from the start.
From the Heart Media Group newsroom and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this expanded morning newscast. Good morning and thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Ben Hubbard. You're listening to the WHOW Morning Show. The Clinton Chamber is reflecting on 2025 as it gets set to turn the page to 2026. Janice Peterson, Executive Director of the Chamber, indicates 2025 started with the Business Expo, which returned to Clinton Junior High School for the first time in several years. She feels the change was a great success.
We felt that was great.
Yeah.
A lot easier for our exhibitors to come in and out the back and even the front to set up. Kind of a straight shot, no hills, not to walk quite as far.
Sure.
We did have some issues. We didn't know there was baseball games. So this year we're going to kind of make sure that we know the baseball schedule so that we can give our vendors a better place to park or let them know, whichever. We heard a lot of good things about the junior high. It's scheduled for them again this year.
Nice.
And our vendors can come in the back.
Yeah.
They can park back there in the back and they're just, that's a smaller parking lot and they can come right in. It's March 26th because we leave on the 27th for convention, for Haunted House Convention.
After the Business Expo wrapped up, Peterson traveled to St. Louis to attend the Haunted House Convention. This is her opportunity to find new props and themes to bring to the Terror on Washington Street Haunted House.
We leave that Friday. We have the Business Expo Thursday night. We leave Friday morning for St. Louis.
Cool.
So hotels are booked. Tickets aren't purchased yet, but they will be soon. You know what? It's overwhelming, but I love it. I didn't know what to expect the first year I went. And if anybody's familiar with the America Center, it is in downtown St. Louis. It is full. And it is anything you can imagine for a haunted house or makeup or costumes. Anything you can imagine is there. Even if you can't imagine it, somebody else has. And that's where we get our new props. We usually, this year, I honestly don't think we need one this year. So I don't know that we're going to be purchasing anything other than, we might have some costumes that we need or whatever. But
Sure.
It's amazing. The hotel that I like to stay at is right next door. So I can walk out the hotel door, across the driveway and into the America Center. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's very convenient.
Yeah.
They have valet parking. I just pull my car up. They take my keys. I don't see my car till Sunday. And it's just, but there's a lot of people there and it's just, you learn a lot.
With newfound knowledge and ideas to work on over the summer, Peterson explains they jumped right into the haunted house season. She notes that while attendance numbers were slightly down this year, the second year of offering online ticket sales was a success.
It went pretty good. We were a little bit lower in numbers, but money-wise, we were about the same. So it went great. I don't have any complaints at all. They're about the same.
Okay.
They were there. That's a plus no matter how we work it. Yeah, the process is great. We did add last year. We had some issues with people, the online or the tickets being sold out basically for like 7:00 through 8:30. So if you came to the ticket booth, you couldn't get in until 8:30. And we had, which we didn't think about that happening. That was something new to us. So this year we added way more tickets. We had a reserve of tickets that we could have got people in just about any time and not overflowed the way we were doing it. So it worked out good.
The final event of the year for the Chamber is the Christmas Parade, and Peterson feels the snow that fell in Clinton created the perfect holiday atmosphere. Former Clinton School Superintendent Kurt Nettles was honored as Grand Marshal.
The weather was perfect. We couldn't have asked way better than what the week before was. One of the Ed Cesenis, who does our pictures, made the comment that he had couldn't remember the last time he had photographed a parade with snow on the ground. And there was obviously plenty of snow on the ground, but it turned out nice. The weather was good. We had a lot of good attendance, good entries into the parade. All good.
Good.
Kurt Nettles, former superintendent of schools, was
Awesome.
Grand Marshal. He rode in a vehicle furnished by bombs, and his son drove, and then he had all the grandkids in the back with him. It was fun. He said he was a little bit embarrassed at first, but you know what? I think every Grand Marshal I've talked to in the last few years has been the same way. You know, they don't want the recognition, but they deserve it. And this was a great example of a Grand Marshal. I think there was just right about 60. We had a couple people cancel at the end due to they weren't sure on the weather, and a couple of them had a vehicle issue or whatever. So we did lose a couple, but all in all, Santa's in his house that he was in, his new last year house.
The chamber is back open until the 31st and will close again until January 5th. Learn more about the Clinton Chamber of Commerce at clintonilchamber.org, or you can find them on Facebook. While it may be tempting to brave harsh winter weather and temperatures, taking steps to remain safe is crucial. Shelley Tolley with OSF Piecemeal indicates that seniors are especially susceptible to hypothermia, and it can happen outdoors or even indoors in some cases. This is why it is important to check on your elderly loved ones this holiday season.
It's really important that you keep an eye on your seniors because their bodies don't regulate heat like younger people's bodies do. And some people take medications that affect the regulation of their body temperature. And so hyperthermia can set in quicker for older folks than it can for younger people. And that's when your body core temperature is set down to 95. And I didn't know this, but older people don't shiver as much as younger people do. So they may not see the signs as quickly as a younger person would. So you'll want to look for confusion, weakness, fatigue, slurred speech, shallow breathing. Those are all signs of hyperthermia. And you may think hyperthermia, that's an outside thing, but a lot of my clients are struggling right now with finances, and they might be having their heaters set really low because they're trying to save some money somewhere, or they might be having unsafe heaters. So make sure you have your carbon dioxide monitors on, because you don't want to have a bunch of carbon dioxide in the air. Those are silent killers, they call them.
Facing extreme temperatures can also put stress on the heart of an elderly person as their body tries to raise its internal temperature. Dehydration can also be a risk.
Another thing is increased heart strain. Cold causes airways to spasm and it makes your heart to work harder, which could increase heart attacks. Another one is dehydration. We think of that as a hot weather situation. But people don't drink as much when they're cold, so then you can get dehydrated. Drink warm broth. That's really good for you. It keeps your core temperature up. It also hydrates you.
Sure.
And then also be very mindful. If you don't need to go out, don't go out. Fall risks are so high right now. Make sure you're wearing non-slip shoes. If you need to use a cane or a walker, use a cane or a walker. I'm speaking like that because my mother-in-law lives with us, and she's notorious for not using her cane or walker and falling. So make sure that you have your cane and walker with you if you need them.
While it may be cliche, Tolley says shoveling the driveway and walkways of an elderly neighbor is not only a friendly act of kindness, but it can also help lower the risk of them falling if they exit their home.
If you are able-bodied and you can help shovel out a senior, boy, that would be so helpful, because we go to a lot of houses. They don't have people in their lives. They don't have the finances to pay someone, and so they can't get their driveways or their sidewalks shoveled off. So if you're able to do that and you have some extra time, look around your neighborhood, see if somebody needs some help. You just want to be cautious. Wear layers both inside and out, because you just want to stay warm. It's important to keep your body at the right temperature.
To learn more about these services offered by OSF Piecemeal, visit osfhealthcare.org. Get news anytime from your computer or your mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com. That's DeWitt County's #1 source for news, sports, police blotter, obituaries, and more. Best of all, it's all free all the time, right at your fingertips. Once again, your computer or your mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com. From the Hart Media Group Sports Desk, IL SportsWire, and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this local sports report. A big second half from Clinton allowed the Lady Maroons to rally to a 64-49 win Monday night and take home its first Holiday Hoopla championship from the Seaver Center in Monticello. The Lady Maroons trailed 28-23 at the half, but outscored the Lady Vikings of Tri-Valley 20-12 in the third and 22-9 in the fourth quarter. Carly Anderson was a rebound shy of a double-double for Clinton, finishing with a game-best 22 points and 9 rebounds. Clara Dempsey scored 19 points, while Avery Smith added 14 points and 6 rebounds. Lila Kluver scored 7 points and had 8 rebounds for Clinton. 3 players scored in double figures for Tri-Valley. Addie Freihot finished with a double-double, scoring 14 points and grabbing 15 rebounds. Kaylee Magenheimer had 12 points, and Ella Black finished with 10 points. The Lady Maroons are 12-4 on the season. Tri-Valley dropped to 12-2 overall. Jaden Bell had a double-double, and the Clinton Maroons defeated the Gibson City Melvin Sibley Falcons by a final score of 65-61 to win 5th place in the Holiday Hoopla tournament on Monday afternoon at the Seaver Center in Monticello. The Maroons jumped ahead early, leading 17-11 after the first quarter and 31-23 at the half. The two teams battled in the third to make the score 49-41, forcing Clinton to fight off a fourth quarter push from GCMS that would come just 4 points shy. Bell led all scorers with 27 points and 17 rebounds for the Maroons. Keaton Graves had 17 points, while Keegan Daughtery added 9 points. The team shot 61.9% from the charity stripe. The Falcons were led by Graydon Leonard, who had 23 points, while Christian Brown had 19 points. With the win, Clinton improves to 10-4 and takes 5th place in the Holiday Hoopla tournament. GCMS goes to 6-6 and finishes 6th in the tournament. Clinton will kick off the new year at home when they take on the 11-0 Leroy Panthers on Friday night. Tip-off is at 7:30 p.m. Hear all the action on WHOW and all its digital platforms. In a game heard on WEZC and online at DeWittDailyNews.com, Tuscola jumped out to an early lead and had an answer for every Monticello comeback effort, including a late surge by the Sages, as the Warriors took home its 4th consecutive Holiday Hoopla title Monday night at a 51-43 win at the Seaver Center in Monticello. The Warriors pushed a 10-7 lead after the first quarter to a 30-19 lead at the half and led by as many as 12 points in the second half. But Monticello rallied, closing the gap to 3 a couple of times in the fourth quarter, but the Warriors put the game away despite struggles at the foul line. Logan Kurtz scored 11 of his 15 points in the second half to lead Tuscola. 6'6" senior Caden Russo added 10 points for the Warriors. Tuscola shot just 5 of 17 from the foul line in the win. Aiden McCool scored 11 points to lead Monticello. Matthias Rudolph added 10 points. Jake Motzgood's 8 points in the fourth quarter helped spark the Monticello rally that ultimately fell short. Motzgood was the State Bank of Bement player of the game. Tuscola is 12-0 on the season. Monticello drops to 8-2. The Sages are off until next Tuesday, January 6th, when they travel to Teutopolis. Lily Sizemore scored 22 of her game-high 25 points in the first half, helping GCMS hold off Monticello 55-47 in third-place action from the Monticello Holiday Hoopla at the Seaver Center on Monday. The Lady Falcons looked like they were going to run away with third place at the Hoopla, opening up a 40-19 lead at the intermission. But the Lady Sages broke through in the third quarter, trimming the deficit to 43-36 thanks to a 17-3 quarter. GCMS used numerous second chance opportunities, and Monticello went cold in its bid for a remarkable comeback win. Allie Widener scored 14 of her 21 points in the second half to help fuel the Lady Sages' comeback. Sarah Cressip finished with 10 points. Widener was the State Bank of the Men player of the game. GCMS took home third place at the Hoopla and improved to 10-4. Monticello falls to 10-5. Cabron Lee scored 17 of his game-high 27 points in the second half, and Maroa-Forsyth came out of the Christmas break with a 57-44 win over the Heyworth Hornets in semifinal action from the Decatur St. Teresa Holiday Tournament on Monday night. The Trojans led 27-21 at the half, but Lee helped fuel a big surge in the third quarter to break the game open. Kenny Morris was the only other Maroa-Forsyth scorer in double figures with 12 points. Chase Ruppert had 21 points to lead the Hornets. The Trojans improved to 7-3 overall and will battle Riverton for the tournament championship on Tuesday night. Jake Davis hit 5 3-pointers and finished with 15 points, and Keaton Wagler had 11 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds as number 20 Illinois Fighting Illini closed out its non-conference schedule with a 90-55 win over the Southern Jaguars on Monday. Zvonimir Isvich had 13 points and 3 blocked shots, and his twin brother Tomislav added 11 points and 7 rebounds for the high-scoring Illini, who are now 10-3, who average nearly 90 points and have 5 players who average in double figures. Illinois ranks third in the nation in that category, behind Baylor and Michigan, each with 6. David Mirkovic also scored 11 points. Michael Jacobs scored 11 points for Southern, who falls to 4-9, which lost its 5th straight and fell to 1-9 on the road. Jacobs was held to 9 points under his average and shot 3 for 16 from the floor. Malik Abdelgawad scored 10 points for the Jaguars. Illinois out-rebounded Southern 45-26. The Illini lead the nation with 7 players averaging more than 4 rebounds per game. The Illini led 46-25 at halftime. They shot nearly 60% from the floor, made 8 3-pointers, and were 8 for 8 from the free throw line in the first half. Illinois finished 14 for 34 from long distance and 16 of 18 at the line. Brad Underwood's first game as coach at Illinois was a 102-55 victory over Southern on November 10, 2017. With Monday's win, Underwood's record in 9 seasons in charge of the Illini is 175-104. Underwood is 10-0 in his career against the current 12-team membership of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, 7-0 at Illinois. The Illini are 19-0 all-time against current SWAC teams, including a 113-55 win over Jackson State on November 3rd in their season opener. Southern hosts Texas Southern on Saturday, while Illinois plays Saturday versus Penn State at the Palestra in Philadelphia. Jaquan Johnson's 22 points helped Bradley defeat Evansville 76-68 on Monday. Johnson added 5 rebounds and 5 assists for the Braves, who are now 10-4 and 3-0 in the Missouri Valley Conference, while going 9 for 9 from the free throw line. Montana Wheeler scored 12 points while going 6 of 10 from the field. Demarion Birch shot 5 for 9, including 1 for 3 from beyond the arc, to finish with 11 points. It was the 7th win in a row for the Braves. A.J. Casey had 21 points and 6 rebounds for the Purple Aces, who dropped to 4-10 and 0-3 in the MVC off the bench. Joshua Hughes added 14 points and 7 rebounds for Evansville. Bryce Quinnett also had 11 points and 4 assists and 2 steals. Birch scored 8 points in the first half, and Bradley went into the break trailing 35-31. Johnson scored the last 9 points for Bradley to close out the 8-point victory. Get highlights of your local high school program anytime by finding IL Sports Wire on your preferred social media platform, and get local sports anytime at WDailyNews.com.
If the flu's got you down, the Warner Hospital and Health Services Walk-In Clinic can help you feel better fast. CEO Paul Skowron inviting you to make us your backup plan to better health. Find out more by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
Get WHOW programming live or on demand right there on your desktop, tablet, iPhone, or smartphone when you want it, 24 hours a day. Just go to DeWittDailyNews.com. If you want to listen to live WHOW programming, just click the Listen Live icon. And if you want to hear one of your favorite WHOW programs when you want to, just click on the Audio on Demand icon. WHOW programming is there when you want it. Just another service from the Big 1520 AM and 92.3 FM WHOW.
Mother Nature can throw a lot of bad weather and issues at you planning to harvest. Crop insurance has been very important to our operation on our farm, giving us a peace of mind. And my name is Brandon Williams. I farm corn and soybeans. My dad on our family farm. We have been with Farm Credit since I started farming, and working with our FCI crop insurance agent has been a pleasure. He's brought a lot of different options for us to utilize and help us sort out certain farms throughout our entire operation, since not every farm is the same. We had a custom farm that we manage, and there were enterprise units. They had two different farms that were two different soil types, several miles away from each other. One farm was always hit with more weather events and suffered significant losses. Our crop insurance agent suggested that we go individual units and lower the coverage to keep price per acre relatively close. It's been great for our operation.
Customize your crop insurance coverage at farmcreditil.com/crop insurance.
Synthetic nitrogen prices continue to fluctuate unpredictably. So BBBall launched Proven G3, a weatherproof source of nitrogen with 3 modes of action. It's the lowest cost source of nitrogen on the market, helping growers replace nearly 30 pounds of nitrogen and delivering a nearly 2 bushel per acre yield increase in over 100 nationwide trials. That's performance your corn can always count on. See real results at pivotbio.com/provenit.
The WHOW Morning Show is now video streamed live on the WHOW WEZC DeWittDailyNews.com Facebook page and on the new WHOW TV YouTube channel. Watch Morning Show host Seth Lawrence interview guests live, as well as watch archived video podcasts of any interview you missed. Whether on Facebook or YouTube, we're providing 2 more ways that Central Illinois' local news station, WHOW, delivers compelling content for you.
MR Systems Wireless is your local internet provider for Clinton and surrounding area. They have the products you want and the local service you deserve. MR Systems Wireless Internet Service for home